Hi everyone, it's Sophie. Welcome or welcome back. Today we're talking about Lammas. We're going to use some tarot to reflect on the season. We're going to get into what Lammas is and how we can use it for personal reflection. So if that's something you're interested in, then just keep watching. So the sun is finally out here in England. It's actually really hot right now. I've got myself a nice little iced coffee for this. I'm sweating. It's that classic thing, isn't it, of you spend all summer moaning that it's not sunny enough and then the second it's sunny, we're all too hot. Anyway, but it's very fitting and I can see the wheat kind of turning outside my window. The farmer's been out kind of checking it. I think it's going to get harvested soon and I thought what a perfect time to therefore talk about Lammas. And Lammas is coming up in just a couple of days. It's sort of in the calendar for 1st of August, 2nd of August. Traditionally, I think really it's anything over that week or weeks where people would have been gathering in the harvest. So let's start with what Lammas actually is. Lammas is part of the Wheel of the Year, which is thought to be kind of how pagans would have, just trying to find the page, how pagans would have viewed the seasons, how they would have marked passage of time and what they would have celebrated. So if you're not familiar, you might have heard of the winter solstice, summer solstice, Easter equinox, autumn equinox, spring equinox, but there's also cross-quarter festivals as well. Imbolc is at the start of February. Personally, that's my favourite. That's when you kind of really start to think about the fact that those dark months are coming to an end and that spring is going to come. Such a hopeful time. And for the purpose of this video, Lammas, which is sort of like your harvest festival. These are kind of still in our mainstream. They're sort of hidden away. So Lammas, Harvest Festival, Samhain is Halloween. So we still have elements of this even now. But I think using the Wheel of the Year is a really nice way to mark the passage of time. It's a really nice way to reflect on the seasons and kind of like pause and just kind of set goals or pause and think about the season that's just passed. And that really helps make sure that you don't like kind of blink and miss it. So we're obviously just talking about Lammas today, but if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and I will do another one when we get to autumn equinox. Gosh, where is the page? This is one of my old journals back when I used to do like really aesthetic journaling, back when I used to really like make the effort. My journals don't look like this anymore. I did a video about this which you can check out and see like how I use journals now. Oh my gosh, hello? What have I done? So let's talk about Lammas then. Sort of one way to sum it up would really be like the fruits of your labour. So really, if you're using the Wheel of the Year, Imbolc to Lammas is where you kind of sow the seeds, set your intentions and try and put those intentions into action. And this is the point where you start to reflect and think, have you achieved those things? Are there more things that you still need to do before you enter those darker months, which are sort of more of a time for sort of inner reflection, gestation, you know, it's sort of where you go in on yourself and it's less a time for action. I mean, obviously you can still do things. It's just that's how you kind of think about it if you're using it, you know, reflectively, etc. So what would be happening now then is thinking about what things you have achieved, being grateful for them, being really sort of intentional in thinking about, oh, I've achieved this, I've achieved that, not letting those things pass you by, like we said, but also recognizing that there is still time and that if you haven't achieved all those things that you want, there's still that window to do so. So the autumn equinox is really where that inward journey begins, and that's still quite a way away. We have so much of summer left to enjoy. You know, we've got all the sort of fruits and the seeds, the harvest comes in, the cider, the berries, sort of long evenings, warmth. There's so much joy still to be had, and it's about thinking, how are you going to continue that joy? Is there anything left that you want to be working on? So with that in mind then, we're going to use a little bit of tarot for some further reflection. I actually made a little tarot for Lammas Zine. I'll leave a link to where you can download this. We'll talk about that a bit more at the end. It's got some journal prompts, the little spread that we're going to do, and a few like suggested activities. So we're going to do this spread. For card number 1, we're going to ask what is still ripening and needs more time to mature. Card number 2, we're going to think about what needs to be released before we take that inward journey. Number 3, what do we need to focus on between now and the autumn equinox? And finally, will our current path still serve us in the next season, or do we need something different for, when we pass into that fall, that autumn season? So as it is still the very end of July, I am going to use my Tarot of the Divine. That was my deck for this month. So this is probably going to be like my last time using it. And we'll use its guidebook as well to have a look at what specific message it's got. So we can kind of look that up together, which will hopefully be fun. So let's go for card number 1. What is still ripening and needs more time to mature? Sorry, I'm absolutely dreadful at shuffling. I just have to because my hands are so tiny, I can just about I can just about do that. But I tend to just kind of chuck them around a bit and just sort of wait and see if something jumps out. That's kind of, oh gosh, that's, do you know what we're going to take those to? That's kind of been how I've been shuffling so far. Right, need 2 more. Oh, this is also slightly tricky with the angle that I've got the camera at. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's pop that up there. So, what is still ripening and needs more time to mature? Oh, the Empress for that. It's quite an amazing card to get sort of in relation to Lammas, because she is kind of the Earth Mother, the archetypal mother, sort of gestating those ideas and bringing forth life. So that's quite a pertinent card. What's still ripening and needs more time to mature? I mean, on a kind of literal level, loads of my friends are pregnant and are due in November, December. So on a literal level, that's what they've got going on. So maybe I need to kind of keep them close and check in with them and look after them. Maybe that's what that's guiding me towards. What needs to be released before your inward journey? What do I need to let go of? Oh, the Hermit. Oh, see, the Hermit is, I love the Hermit. That's just me, an absolute introvert, always just reading this or doing that. I've got 1,000,001 kind of really nerdy projects going on. That might be sort of nudging me to not go so inwards that I never get out and do anything, which is definitely always a danger for me. So that might be quite a pertinent reminder, because I was literally thinking, ooh, autumn equinox, inward journey, I can't wait to just be inside, journaling, doing tarot reading, so that might be a little bit of a reminder to still get out. Number 3, what do I need to focus on between now and the autumn equinox? 6 of Coins. I think this one is about charity and giving, and a sort of reminder to be generous, a reminder to be generous. Let's have a look at the story in the guidebook. 6 of Coins. Where are the coins? That's the Mages, that's the Swords, Wands. Hello. Oh, here we go. 6 of Coins. The 6 of Coins represents kindness and generosity to those less fortunate. The old woman in this Inuit tale understands the need to put positivity into the world in order to receive it back. The pay it forward methodology. Blimmin' heck, sorry, that's the dyslexia kicking in there. The pay it forward methodology of karma. Upright, generosity, charity, kindness, value, and reward. See, that's another reason why I really love this deck, is that I've had this card before and I remembered the story, and that's how I was able to instantly recognise, oh, this is a card about giving and generosity. So really love this deck for that. Okay, yeah, I can focus on that, especially the kind of pay it forward element. Not saying that, oh, I would only be generous to people for selfish means, but as in I think the pay it forward karma is quite a good way to look at life. And then finally, will your current path serve you in the next season? 2 of Swords. she is making a decision, if I remember rightly, and she's feeling in a bit of a tricky position. Let's have a look at her. Right, here she is. The Two of Swords represents being stuck between hard choices. Sita's decision between Scylla and, oh, I'm butchering this, Charybdis is not easy and cannot be made blindly. It calls for self-reflection. Things can only remain balanced for so long before a move must be made. Well, that seems to be suggesting that I'm going to have some choices to be making, and that I can't keep tootling along on this current path. It's almost like a crossroads, isn't it? That almost looks like, oh, you've come to a crossroads. So I will definitely keep an eye out for situations like that. Oh, these are such nice cards. Look at these. I feel that's like quite a nice theme as well. Like, I definitely linked this one to sort of needing to look after friends, and then I've got this sort of generosity, and in the context of how we did this reading, this is kind of a reminder not to be too introvert. This is a really cool reading. So obviously you can just repeat the reading based off the video, but if you are interested in getting the little design as well, I'll link it. It's on my Etsy, and it's got a few little extra bits in it. For anyone who doesn't know how to make a Zine, I'll show you really quickly. If you know how to make a Zine, then please ignore this. You take your paper, you fold it in half, and then you fold it down to make a bird. There's a little seagull shape in the bird. Okay. Bird has an accident. He gets hit by a car and folded in two. But he's okay, so you bring him back. You bring him back. He just needs a little bit of surgery to recover. So you make an incision here up to the middle, and then you push him together and you fold him around, and you've got your little Zine. So there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in the Tower of the Divine, check out my last video because I did a whole review on that, and why I really liked it. Hopefully you've seen there that it's a really, really lovely deck to work with. And if you like this kind of a sort of Wheel of the Year with some tarot and reflection sort of video, then let me know, and I will do one for autumn equinox as well. So hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!